channel. This is Infernal Rot, and we are playing War Thunder again today. We're taking a look at the BV-238. This is a rank 2, battle rating 3.7 German bomber, and I have to say, after the few games that I played with this thing, it is quite an incredible aircraft. Besides, who couldn't love a big, fat, humongous plane like this? So anyways, let's take a quick look at it. The reason I think this aircraft is so amazing is one thing, well, I guess kind of two things. This thing carries a massive bomb load of 20 to 150 kilogram bombs, and it has really good defense too. It has 13 millimeters and 20 millimeters. This thing, as you'd expect, it turns like a boat. I mean, that's why it's a boat plane. But if you can get it up to, I found the sweet spot in the comfort zone for this thing is about 5,500 to 6,000 meters, then nothing really bothers with touching you, and you can just go dropping bombs on the enemy for days, and nobody really does anything about it, because they don't want to bother climbing that high. And so yeah, this thing, if you can get it in that kind of a situation, as long as you're patient and you just take your time to climb at the beginning of the game and don't rush straight for their base, it does really, really well. This is my second time recording this episode because I am a massive fucking idiot, and I recorded the full episode, and when I went back to review it, I realized I made the fatal mistake of leaving my game in full screen mode, which means that my capture software did not capture it. It just captured my desktop rather than the game footage. So anyways, lesson learned. I went back, and before I started recording again, I checked, and I am in full screen window, which I know for a fact that works because that's what last episode was recorded on. So anyways, I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about this thing. Anything else, I'll just talk about as we fly around, because it is going to take us a little while to get to position to start bombing. So let's hope we can get a battle here fairly quickly, and I hope it does not put me into a domination mode, because one, I hate domination mode. I think I don't know. I mean, part of that's because I really don't understand how that game mode works, but the basic concept of landing on an airstrip with, dozens of planes flying above you that can easily just drop a bomb on your face or just shoot you as you're on the ground and vulnerable, to me is just stupid. But I don't know, you may disagree with me, and if so, it's fine. Maybe let me know what exactly I'm doing wrong with that. I don't know, that game mode to me just seems really dumb. But hopefully we don't get one of those and I get just a traditional ground strike battle, which is where this thing obviously shines because it is a bomber. So we'll see here in a few seconds. Yes, ground strike on Desert Coast. Cool. There is naval targets as well, which I'm not really going to be able to bother with because I'm a very high altitude bomber, and unless there's nothing else to go after, and I'm not going to bother with those. So, got 5 seconds before we're up. So I immediately, in this thing, cut over to one side. Is it just me, or does my plane look very strange and blocky? I've never seen that before. Could be more graphics setting that I have wrong. I've never had that happen while in clouds before. I don't know. You guys may not be able to see it, but I'm seeing like a weird outline around my plane that looks really blurry and blocky. I don't know. Any other time that I've played planes, I've not been recording, so I don't know if it's something with the recording software, but if you guys can see it, I hope it doesn't bother you too much. We'll try to figure that out and see side, I just climb and climb and climb and climb until I'm a minimum of about 5,000 to 5,500 meters up in the air. And then I do my turn to do my approach towards my targets. In arcade battle, it's telling me to go turn around, so in arcade mode, in one solid drop of these, if the base is even slightly damaged, then it will completely take the base out. Looks like our team is doing great work bombing their targets while they bomb ours. Not. We're already losing 24 to 18. I hope this isn't a blowout where I can't even do anything before I'm in position. And that's the thing about a big bomb like this. It's loads and loads of fun if you're in the right situation, but if you have a team that just, completely sucks out, then unfortunately you just you can't do anything. I have a guy here. Looks like he might be trying to approach me. No. Okay, perfect. I'm always paranoid about fighters in this thing because it's such a massive target. But it doesn't look like anybody's around me, which is great news. Let's start. I have a bad feeling about turning in this soon before I'm up to at least 5,000, but I've got to start doing something here before all the bases are destroyed. Because our bombers are actually doing awesome work. Wow. Actually, they're doing incredible work. Their base is done, basically, before I'm even in position. I've never had that happen before. Normally, I'm the one taking all their bases out. So, yes, now we're in a good spot to take out their main base. I was hoping to display to you the awesome power of these bombs on these regular bases, but I guess I won't be able to this game. Take a look here. Okay, I'm just gonna keep climbing. I want to get up to my comfort zone level. I think I see a guy. Okay, he's way below me. Oops, I accidentally tipped down there. Okay. That Spitfire might try to climb for me. I hope the hell he doesn't, but he might. I'm just gonna keep climbing like crazy and hope for the best. I'm looking at my bomb indicator down there to see when I'm about range. So I want to take as much time to climb up as I possibly can. Okay, we're at a mildly comfortable height here. I'm gonna start getting ready to do my approach. Yep. Oops, I skipped past it. Okay, I'm gonna slow up here so I have as much time as possible to drop my entire bomb load. I'm down to 79%. Once I'm a little bit closer, I'm gonna slow down to even more. Okay, slowing down, zoom in, and bombs away. Okay, speed up. Whoa! Cow! Holy cow, that guy messed me up. Was not expecting that. I am already down, so here. See, and that's where this thing can be quite frustrating. You have a team that just bombs everything before you can do anything. I hope those bombs counted with some things that would be even more frustrating, be a complete waste of my time. So let's go into another battle here and hopefully do a little bit better. My first few games in this, I tried to go in at a, for a bombing run at lower altitude than about 5,000, and I just got shot down as soon as I got halfway across the map. In my experience with this thing, if you're not at least 5,000 up, then you might as well just forget it because you're not going to do anything. So I am just going to climb up to that height. Hope my team sucks a little bit so I can get some bombing in. Had some really good footage last time I recorded, but as I said before, I completely fucked that up. So our weapons out, our indicator speed is going down, so I'm going to pitch down just a little bit. We can start gaining some speed up. Here we go. Pitch up a little bit. Gaining some nice speed, or not speed, but some nice altitude quickly again. This thing really is just a humongous craft. Check out what's going around. Look at the angle I'm at for this son of a bitch. It's just crazy. So yeah, I'm not even close to my desired level here. Okay. So I think I'm going to start kind of pitching over a little bit.
Our victory is here.
Every time I go back into web, I am just trying to climb as much as possible. Once again, use my little bomb indicator down there to tell me where I'm at so I can get ready in my actual bombing site. Luckily, all these bases are just slightly damaged, so my entire drop load should be enough to just completely annihilate them. Pitch up just a hair more so I can gain some more altitude. Rudder over. Oops, wrong rudder. That's not good. There we go. Nope, I said rudder over. So I'm close to the height I want to be, but that P-61 is making me very nervous along with that Zero. But the Zero is quite a fragile plane, so hopefully if he does get behind me or around my guns, I can just wreck him. That would be very, very nice. I'm going to get prepared here. And this is just typical bomber shit. You get closer to target, you slow down, your sights steady up significantly. Zoom in, and you can just faintly see the base, and just spam that button until you have nothing left. And get the hell out. Climb, climb, climb. So I'm going to pitch over this way so I can get some distance from this base so I can have room to turn around and go for it. So now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. I see a guy on here. Looks like he's swinging around to possibly go after me. Base down. Nope. Yeah, all these guys are quite a bit below me. So when I first got this thing, I didn't have a very good, I mean my crew still isn't very good, but I didn't have a very good crew at all, and my reload for my bombs was about right about 55, 56 seconds. Now it is about 45, as I discovered in my first recording. So, as soon as I did that, I walked in to my bedroom. I looked at my wife and I said, I'm going to literally kill myself for this. Okay, let's look. Okay, we're getting close. Let's get completely lined out and stable. Get the bombing sights mode. Start slowing up a little bit here. Okay. Slow down, zoom in. Let's take us out of base, boys. And girls, if you know. I know there's tons of girls that love playing video games too. And surprisingly, there are a lot more than you expect that would love a game like this. So I mean, who the hell doesn't love dropping several tons of bombs on things? I don't think that's a man-only thing. Okay. I hear someone. Oh, yeah. See if we can hit this dude a little bit. Oh, I did. Base destroyed. Hell yeah, guys. I'm gonna start turning in towards this other base, because by the time I turn this thing's fat German ass around, my bombs are gonna be more short. Look at what's around me. Nothing's at my height. This is where I love to be. Okay, level out. Pitch over just a little bit, but not too much. Nope, don't do that to me. There we go. There we go. Right in line. So I'm still going to drop everything so I have a full bomb load for when their actual air base appears on the map. It looks like I have a guy trailing behind me trying to climb. Keep aware of that, and as soon as I drop these, I'm going to... Oh, we have another BV. That's why we're kicking ass. Okay. Where is he at? Oh. Let's see if we can get this guy up. But alrighty, let's check this out here. See exactly what all we did. So this thing makes really nice credits. 25,600 for only a few minutes in a game, dropping a few bombs. Let's look. Where does it tell us? Base damage TNT in tons. I dropped 4.8 tons of bombs. That is just incredible. And look, I had only a little bit of XP on this thing from the first battle that you guys saw. And then with this winning battle, I was able to unlock this. This is the third plane in a total of maybe 6 or 7 battles since I got this thing that I have unlocked, all of which had no XP on them previously. So this thing makes awesome XP for bombing. I'm not going to worry about ordering that right now. I'm going to worry about researching a Focke-Wulf though. So, everybody, what do I think of this plane? I think if you paid attention whatsoever to this video, you'll know that I love this plane. It is very situational, but it's a kind of plane that it's leisurely to play, and it's easy to put yourself in that situation as long as you have 2 brain cells to rub together and you kind of figure it out. You stay low, you die. If you get high up like any other bomber, then you're gonna do great. It's pretty easy bomber gameplay 101. You know, yeah, this thing is a big, slow, heavy old beast. I mean, look at that takeoff run of 1,200 meters. Holy shit, everybody. But if you can put yourself in that situation, then you're gonna do incredibly well. This thing, I will warn you guys, if you've been playing the game for a long time, then for one, why the hell are you watching my newbie video? But besides that, one thing that if you played bombers very much, you'll probably have picked up on that when you go to re-engage your target, in order to not lose a bunch of altitude, you tend to do kind of slow, small turns back towards your target. With this thing, you kind of scrap that whole thing, because if you do small slow turns in this thing back towards your target, you're gonna track across 3/4 of the map just to get back around to re-engage, and it's gonna take you forever. So you do kind of have to break that rule with this thing, because it's just so massive. It takes forever to turn. In fact, let me check something. I'm curious on if it'll tell me the turn time of this thing. A turn time of 28.5 seconds. Wow, yeah. So this thing's a big fat German ass girl, but it will serve you well. It will make you lots of experience and a good amount of credits, and I think that you'll have a great amount of fun playing it as well. I would say that this thing is equivalent to the almighty famous TOG 2 and World of Tanks. If any of you guys have played that, I'm sure you guys have. That thing has been made famous by the mighty Jingles and his love for that dastardly vehicle, and he calls it his party tank. Well, this thing is equivalent to that, only not anywhere close to as terrible. In fact, it's quite a great machine. So yeah, besides it, it's not horribly slow, it's not horribly fast, it's kind of average, it's just not maneuverable. That's about all it comes down to. But it's got great bombing potential once it's there, and that's all I can really say for it. So yes, I would definitely recommend this thing. I think it was 1,850 gold, if I recall correctly. So I think that's well worth it. That's what, like $10, I think, for what this thing can get back to you. That's a very good investment if you have long-term plans to play this game like I do. So with that little ending note right there, I'm going to say goodbye. Hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day or night, whichever it is, wherever you're at, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.